Well, welcome in, everybody. We are doing a special edition of our newscast right now because we are dealing with lake effect snow.
Yes.
And we just heard thunder snow.
Yeah, thunder snow is back. That means it's snowing pretty heavily here in downtown Buffalo right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you hear thunder snow, you know that it's an intense lake effect band. It is beginning to shift southward, and that's exactly what we're seeing on our radar screen right now. We're going to continue to watch this going into the next several hours because there is that push south, but how quickly it pushes south, Mary Beth, is what we're going to be watching.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to sit across the metro area for the next several hours. So travel is really going to turn tricky, if not dangerous in some areas, because we've got these really cold temperatures. And a lot of times the salt that's out there is not as effective as if it were, say, 20 degrees. It's barely above 10 degrees right now, Autumn.
Yeah, we have Howard saying it's clear and overcast here in South Wilson near Ransomville, just cold, no snow. The roads are good. You know, the roads, we were talking about them earlier. They were very slow, very slippery. A lot of Northtown folks who haven't had to deal with lake effect snow had to deal with it through this afternoon.
Right.
And there were a lot of reports of cars going into ditches. Some were flipped over. There was one on Campbell Boulevard near Tonawanda Creek, which there were many issues there as well. So here we are dealing with this
and they also
coming to
closed
Buffalo.
Down Route 5 too.
Right,
because
earlier.
of spinouts on there. But that snow was up in Niagara County this afternoon. It made it up to Lockport and Niagara Falls, a couple inches there, but now it's back into the metro area, and the snow is adding up at a really, really busy time. It's the evening commute.
Well, and speaking of which, we have Michael Schwartz outside kind of detailing what it looks like here in downtown Buffalo as well. Michael.
Guys, well, let me tell you, that lightning was wild and followed just a few seconds by that thunder. It's definitely coming down.
I don't think we have him right now, unless it's...
Do you guys have me? Can you guys hear me? Autumn, can you hear me?
Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay there. You may have been able to hear him. I wasn't able to hear him. But if we could take Max 2, that's going to be the graphics that we kind of run down and show you what's happening. That's going to be Max 1 with the radar. Max 2 is the one that shows the hourly forecast between now and then leading into the next several hours. The potential there is that we're dealing with this in downtown Buffalo through 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah, maybe even 9 o'clock. But you folks in the South towns, I know you got a lot of snow. You're going to get more snow again as we go into the evening hours and even into the overnight hours too. So this band could be intense, maybe putting out snow at the rate of 1 to 3 inches per hour. Of course, if you're getting that thunder and lightning, you're going to see those heavier, higher rates of snow falling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to toss it back out to Michael Schwartz. I hear that everyone else can hear him, so we're going to get a little bit more of what's happening in downtown right now.
Hey guys, first off, if you had trouble hearing me, maybe my glove was over the speaker, but I did want to mention that lightning followed by the thunder was wild here throughout this lake effect snow. This is coming down at a steady pace. You can see my eyelashes definitely are starting to feel a little frozen, and I'm going to get inside in just a minute, but I did want to tell you the skyway is closed. You can see that the lights are flashing, the barricade is down, these plows are out and about. Erie County plows are on 2 12-hour shifts, and they can handle up to 3 inches per hour, but anything past that, that's when it gets difficult. Look, this snow band, if you know lake effect snow, we talk about it all the time, it goes up and down. So we were in Orchard Park driving down to Springville earlier, and it was like this, where Buffalo was really pretty clear. Then on the way back from south, from Springville, that's when things started getting more intense as we entered Cheektowaga. So Concord was pretty clear on the way back, and now we're getting it here in Buffalo. I do want to mention, we are right across from the stations. I did just want to pop out here to show you the conditions, but just a few minutes outside, you could feel starting that cold bitterness on your face. The wind's pretty calm right now. I will not even come close to compare it to some of our other really bad snowstorms that we had. The wind's pretty calm. It's just this snow is coming down at a really steady pace. This guy's been out with his plow. How the roads been? I think he said terrible. But that's just a reminder. The Skyway is closed. You can see people are really traveling here down into the downtown area onto Church Street at a pretty slow pace. So make sure you're going careful on the roads. I can't even see where the road really is right now because this snow, again, is coming down at a steady pace. It's not the wind right now. It's really the temperature that's outside right now with those wind chills that were expected, as you guys were talking about, to get below zero as we're going later into the night. Autumn and Mary Beth, you can kind of see the plows that are continuing to come out. But I want to emphasize the wind. The wind's not really a factor. I heard my name. Hey guys, how are you? Our FedEx guy is out there. The wind's not really a factor right now. It's just once that snow lands on your face, these temperatures are definitely feeling below zero for sure.
There's definitely an element of danger of being outside right now, especially inside those lake effect snow bands, because, God forbid that you got stuck and you don't have anywhere to go. You've got to take precautions to keep yourself safe in this. So the snow is going to continue here in the metro area for a while. I think we're going to pick up at least 2 to 4 more inches of snow.
Oh, for sure. And if it sits a little bit longer, it's going to be even more than that.
Yeah.
But we'll be right back after this. Okay. Yeah, so here we are still on StreamYard. I know Studio 7, everybody's kind of used to this, but it might be a little bit different because it's a weather edition of Studio 7 at this point.
It's hot cocoa weather, right?
Yeah, let's call it that. If you could be indoors, that's the way we could do it. Okay, I'm going to just test what we're seeing here. So that's going to be max 1. We'll still use max 1, guys. That's fine. Max 2 could just sit on the advisory right now, and then when we finish, we'll switch it to a radar. So we can manipulate off of this. It's just when Mary Beth has to go, then we'll just kind of be talking about what's going on instead.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yep, we've got this cold weather advisory combined with this lake effect snow that's going on right now. So the wind chills right now are below zero. We do have this cold weather advisory posted for Northern Erie, Genesee, Niagara, Orleans County. This starts at 7 o'clock tonight and goes till 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow for wind chills 15 to 20 below. It is ongoing though now, especially across the South Towns into ski country, the southern tier in northern Pennsylvania, where it is a little bit colder and a little bit windier at times too. So let's take you back to that snow band. It was in Niagara, Orleans County, still over in Medina, extending to Lockport into Williamsville and the Buffalo metro area. So whether you're driving on the 190, the 290, the 33, the Skajackwada, now going down toward the 400 rather, you're getting more snow, and it is falling at a pretty heavy rate right now as it continues its progress through Western New York. We'll zoom in for you right now and show you that it's edging in toward Hamburg already, but Lancaster seeing the snow. Also, it's now moving out of Grand Island, moving out of the falls, but the eastern suburbs, Lancaster, you're seeing that snow over toward Oakfield to Batavia. You're going to get in on this probably in the next half hour or so. Same with East Aurora and the South Town. So it's expanding a little bit, but right now the heaviest snow is right here in downtown Buffalo, all the way up to Tonawanda, Amherst, Williamsville, over toward Clarence and Shelby, Alabama, even into Elma, we're seeing some heavy snow. Same with Lackawanna, Autumn.
Yeah, so we're about 20 seconds out from coming back on air on the TV side of things. They're saying, so it's coming back to Brant. Yeah, this band is going to be moving south. We get a congratulations with Katie and Paul with their beautiful baby boy. Yes, congratulations.
Amazing.
We'll be right back. Hold on. All right, so welcome back to this TV side of things. We were running through where the band is. We're going to now go through where it will be going, and obviously we're down to very low visibility within this lake effect band.
Absolutely. In fact, since lunchtime today, the visibilities have been close to zero in many of the locations that are very heavily populated here in the metro area. And right now at Cheektowaga down to 0.1 miles, same with Williamsville there, it's close to zero there. Buffalo down to near zero as well. So very poor visibility for this evening commute. You really need to take it extra slow and leave a lot of stopping distance between you and the next car ahead of you.
And especially with the temperatures being where they are, I mean, the snow is extra slippery. I kind of feel like when and salt's not as much of a factor when it's just so cold. Also, places that haven't really had the lake effect snow had to deal with it today.
Right.
So I know some of those totals are up across the area as well.
They are. Niagara County, you picked up 1 to 3 inches, quick 1 to 3 inches today. But really, the big winners have been south of Buffalo, especially Eden coming in with over 17 inches, Hamburg almost up to 17 inches. Forestville, you have 16 and a half so far, and East Aurora over a foot there. West Seneca 7 inches, and more to come for all you folks living in these areas.
Exactly. And not only, Michael Schwartz had mentioned how cold it felt on his skin for him. Under 30 minutes, you may get frostbite if you have any exposed skin out there. So not only are you unfortunately dealing with lake effect snow, but if you get stuck in a situation, you don't want to be outside in it either.
Yeah, in this single digit weather, it's only 9 degrees here in Buffalo. It's only 7 in Jamestown. It's 5 in Olean. And this is not even with the wind chill factored in. We are going to see wind chills right now a little bit lower because of these gusty winds in places like Dunkirk. The winds are now gusting over 30 miles an hour, and that's sending the wind chills below zero. So here in Buffalo, it feels more like -7. It feels like -6 in Dunkirk, but when you get that big wind push, it feels even 10, 15 degrees colder than what's on the map here.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe if we can go to where this band is going to go, because I hear Cheektowaga saying, hey, we're getting hit again. Yes, it's going through the same areas that got it a little bit earlier today. It actually, this band, I think, went a little bit further north than models were depicting all the way into Niagara County for a time.
Yeah, but Cheektowaga, you're seeing the snow right now. It's pretty heavy. It's coming down at a good clip, but at least this band is on the move, so it's not sitting in the same place for too long, and hopefully it'll push out of the metro area sooner than 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. But it is moving out of Grand Island right now, and the northern edge is close to the 990 and the 290 too, but all of us seeing the snow here in the metro area for the duration of the evening commute.
And I wanted to, so I hear some people saying, okay, it's coming back through. Other people are wondering how long it's going to be around. All the warnings and advisories for winter weather, so for the snow, come to an end early tomorrow morning. So this band is going to shift south into the overnight tonight, deplete, and actually move a little bit further north tomorrow morning, but it's going to be very weak at that point and coming to an end. So the lake effect is all through late tonight.
Right, exactly. We can actually show you the motion of that band here. We'll put this all into motion and show you. It's a wobbly lake effect snow band. But here's right about now where it's located. But notice as we go into this evening, it starts to shift farther south and then kind of hangs out across the south towns for a while tonight, even until after midnight, I would say. And then it's starting to weaken by tomorrow morning. In fact, I think we're going to see lighter snowfall amounts by the time you wake up in the morning. If you're seeing that snow, it's not going to be quite as heavy. And tomorrow morning, it's going to lift back up to the north toward the metro area, but it's really going to start to fizzle out.
Yeah, so we might even be between 1 and 2 inches an hour at this point with that
Yes.
thunder snow that came
for
through.
sure. Maybe 3.
So then we talk about it being, weather math or snow math. If this band is going 1 to 2 inches an hour and it's going to be over the Buffalo South towns, just immediate South towns between 6 and 11 o'clock at night,
Right.
you've got a 3 to 4 hour period.
Yes.
Well, there you go to 8, maybe 10 inches of snow.
Right. Yeah. So it's going to be very changeable, and it's going to be changeable driving through these snow bands as well. We'll show you the projected snowfall accumulations as we go into, we just have to update this, but
now it's going into play.
So as we go into tomorrow morning, you can see lesser amounts to the north and higher amounts as you move farther south. But here in the metro area, we could still have some snow blowing weather going on here in the metro area.
Right. And that's all happening,
right now.
And then by tomorrow morning, this is kind of gone.
Yes.
However, some of those areas with our Buffalo South towns, and even that 4 to 8 inch mark for Buffalo, South Buffalo would be on that higher end of it.
Yeah.
If we have that sit around through, say, 7 or 8 o'clock, and then you have areas just south and along the 20A corridor out to East Aurora, that's where a foot may be possible sitting there if they were doing 2 inches an hour through midnight or so.
Yeah, in Hamburg Orchard Park, you could also pick up another up to a foot of snow.
And we've got someone asking about North Buffalo. Essentially, you're on the kind of northern edge of this right now. So
hopefully it'll be winding down in the next couple of hours. And once it's over tonight, we're pretty much done with the snow in North Buffalo for this lake effect snow event. But not the case as we go into the overnight, because it is going to be focused more on southern Erie County and possibly into the Chautauqua Ridge as well, with perhaps 8 to 12 more inches of snow. And as you go into the interior, it'll be a little bit less, but maybe Dunkirk. I think the drive tonight, especially if later tonight, if you have to go, say, from Buffalo to Erie, it is going to be very, very treacherous on the New York State Thruway for sure.
Oh, exactly. Because now this is going the length of the lake. And with that, you get more of an intense band as it comes through as well. So again, looking at it for the next few hours between Buffalo and just our south towns, just south of Buffalo, say that 190 kind of corridor along the 190-90 there, and even out towards Batavia. And then this is still by 11 o'clock. Now we're into the deeper south towns, the Boston Hills, say you got Collins, and then just to about Springville or so. And that whole time, Mary Beth, that you were just mentioning, it's along the 90 between Erie and Dunkirk and Silver Creek.
It's going to be a really dicey go. I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
I would travel tomorrow. Delay your travel plans and head tomorrow, because tomorrow afternoon it'll be pretty nice. It's going to be really cold tomorrow, just as cold as today, but it won't be snowy. So that is a good thing. Yeah.
Okay. And then I was just going to go back to the Doppler radar screen so we could see what's going on with that. What about Gowanda, Dayton area? Yeah, that area, you're going to get it into the next few hours. So 9, 10 o'clock, it's coming back towards you, and then kind of sitting with you guys into the early overnight too.
Yeah. And the salt is not as effective at 8 degrees compared to 28 degrees. It works better when it's a little bit warmer, even though it's below freezing. We do have some cold weather tips for you. If you have to be out in this cold, because it's really important. I know we got this emergency weather alert on Sunday, but it doesn't have to be an emergency if you take the necessary precautions too, especially if you have to be outside. You want to wear multiple layers. You want to wear a hat and your gloves. You want to limit your exposure too for your pets. And also if you're an outdoor worker, you'll definitely want to take frequent breaks indoors to protect yourself from hypothermia and from frostbite, of course. And of course, if you don't have a basement, you want to prevent your pipes from bursting with these low temperatures tonight going close to 0. Just let your faucets drip Also, if you have to drive through a snow band, you want to make sure you don't have an empty gas tank. Make sure it's fueled up. Keep your cell phone charged. Maybe have a blanket in your car. A car shovel is a good idea if you got stuck, and then some hand warmers, not a bad idea.
Especially with this type of weather and how cold it
Absolutely.
is right now.
Yep.
But as for the TV side, we're going to send it to a break for the moment, and everyone online will be talking to you. All right. Well, hello, everybody.
We'll go back to our map here.
All right. So where to go? West Seneca, sit with the snowfall. You're okay. Yeah, just let me know how long. Do you want? Okay. Do we want to toss back out to Michael, or will he be done? Done. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it gotten any better. Sorry, I'm talking to our producers in my ear while we're talking to you online as well.
It's live TV. Yeah, but we can take the Doppler radar. We can show you that.
Yeah, so they're
really
seeing it here too.
All of the Buffalo suburbs are seeing snow right now. So a lot of folks, of course, today's a go back to work day because yesterday was a holiday. We had a long weekend, but it's a rough drive for sure for all of us here in the metro area. It is so important to take it slow, take it easy. Don't go outside if you don't have to. Just wait till this band passes through. It'll be a few hours, but it is moving, and hopefully the roads will get plowed quickly, and then you can go out about your business.
Yeah, Sandra Lee was just saying she's in the town of Lockport. It's been snowing for hours. Hey, Sandra, let us know how much you've gotten up there, because we want to see what's kind of on the ground opposed to just what we see on our radar screen as well. And then anyone in the back, if you could pull up like a 190 camera or something that's kind of immediate Buffalo, because I mean, it's coming down everywhere.
It is
the same in those spots.
If you look on this radar and you see those darker blues or purples, that's where the snow is falling at a heavier rate. So Cheektowaga, Lackawanna, you're seeing that heavier snow. It's a little bit more moderate in Kenmore and Williamsville, and a little bit lighter toward Amherst. Over toward Clarence, you're seeing some moderate snow. Same with Pembroke. You could have some heavier bursts of snow too.
Gwen's saying South Cheektowaga is awful right now.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
There is still a ban, a driving ban in Brant. Linda, I don't know about that one, but I haven't really been privy to all the different conditions that were happening.
One, but I can tell you that snow is moving toward Brant again tonight. So maybe if it's not lifted, they won't lift it.
Gotcha.
For this evening.
And now this also is just being popped up. This is the 190 between the 290 and the 33.
Yeah.
And we're 15 seconds from coming back on TV.
And we have snow-covered roads everywhere. So it's important to take it easy.
Okay, stand by. All right, so welcome back. This is kind of an extended version of the weather situation that's happening right now. That lake effect band was north over the past few hours. Now it's kind of making its trek back south. You're taking a live look. This is the 90 between the 290 and the 33. And this band hasn't been over that area too long, and it's completely snow covered. You're down to tracks and very slippery.
It is very slippery. And unfortunately, it's bad timing because it's coming right during the heart of the evening rush hour for the metro area. That's where the band is located, from Buffalo to the northern suburbs, to the southern suburbs, and over to the eastern suburbs as well. So no matter what roads you are on, if you're on the 290, the 190, the 33, the Skagakwa Expressway, even down to the 400, going out on the New York State Thruway toward Batavia, it's all snowy and snow covered at this hour.
Yeah, we have Crystal saying South Buffalo is gross. Someone wants it back in Orchard Park. It's coming to you guys.
Yep.
So this is going to be moving south. We'll put this in motion so you can kind of see where things are moving at the current moment. And someone else was saying that Williamsville is getting a little bit of a break. So essentially it's going to kind of wobble in this same area between
Yes.
downtown Buffalo and our south towns out towards Alabama and Pembroke over the next several hours. We could still see
And it
this.
looks like the 90 is filling in now too, going down toward Hamburg and toward Brant too. If we just, let me just move this out, but notice how the snow is moving in toward the I-90 from between Hamburg and Dunkirk. This is going to happen over the next, say maybe 30 minutes. It's all going to get snow covered once again. So if your plans take you down toward Erie, I'd go now and don't wait. Because the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get on the New York State Thruway down toward Dunkirk and Erie.
Yeah, I would say between Dunkirk and Hamburg, Silver Creek, Eden, Angola, all of those exits are going to be extremely low visibility, hard to not only see, but then also you're going to have that snow piling up. Because even if the plows are coming through, having 1 to 2 inches per hour come in, it's hard to keep up with.
Right. And make sure you wear a heavy jacket. Make sure you wear a hat, gloves, and some layers underneath too, because it is cold outside. Our overnight lows tonight going down close to 0 with wind chills well below 0.
And I just got an update as well. Buffalo schools are closed tomorrow. That was just announced. So Buffalo public schools are closed tomorrow.
I think it's a good move for the kiddos so they don't have to wait at the bus stop.
Well, that, and it's going to be it's going to feel like it's 10 below for the city of Buffalo.
Yes.
This is a current look at the 90 between 400 and the 219. So maybe a lot of people were able to work from home today. If not, this is kind of what you're going to be encountering, and especially as you're headed south. So Buffalo, our immediate Buffalo South towns, our eastern, all of our eastern towns, from Cheektowaga out towards Batavia are going to be dealing with this as well.
Rough go tonight. So be careful and stay safe, everyone.
Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds left before we get into the 5 o'clock newscast. Just take your time if you have to travel. If not, and you can put it off until tomorrow, that's what we would say to do.
Yeah, stay warm and have a cup of hot cocoa or something warm to keep you cozy.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. But we'll be seeing you in just a few minutes on the other side here.